Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel, Canada Immigration. We hope you're doing great. Well, in this episode, we'll discuss Canada Work Permit to PR Canada 2023. So, to get all the information, pay attention and watch the video through to the end. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for upcoming episodes. So, without any further delay, let's jump into the video. How to get permanent residency, PR in Canada on a work permit. It may be possible for you to obtain PR depending on the type of work permit, or foreign skilled worker program you apply for. This route is typically not available to temporary foreign workers, who have permission to stay in Canada for a time-limited period. Previously, there was the TR to PR pathway, which most people with a work permit used to obtain permanent residence, but that closed in 2021. Now, if you are on a work permit, you typically have to apply for an immigration program like the Canadian Experience class to obtain PR. This page outlines the type of main for Canadian immigration programs that lead to permanent residency in Canada. Note that submitting a permanent residence application via a work permit is not the only route available. You may be able to apply under the Family Sponsorship, Self-Employed Persons Program, or other routes, example, Canadian Family Visas. Federal Skilled Worker Program to Permanent Residency. The Federal Skilled Worker Program is a pathway toward Canadian permanent residency. If you are granted this visa, you will be eligible to stay permanently in the country. This is not straight from a work permit though. However, you can skip the work permit process and go straight to PR with this route. To meet the requirements of the Federal Skilled Worker Program, the below criteria should be met. 1. Applicants have at least 2 years of full-time work experience in a skilled trade. 2. The experience was gained within the last 5 years. 3. The experience was gained following certification to practice the trade in their home country. A skilled trade can fall under the following groups according to the National Occupational Classification Code. 1. Major Group 72, Industrial, Electrical, and Construction Trades. 2. Major Group 73, Maintenance and Equipment Operation Trades. 3. Major Group 82, Supervisors and Technical Jobs in Natural Resources, Agriculture, and Related Production. For Major Group 92, Processing, Manufacturing, and Utilities Supervisors and Central Control Operators. 5. Minor Group 632, Chef and Cooks, and 6. Minor Group 633, Butchers and Bakers. Where an applicant holds the appropriate amount of work experience, they should meet these additional eligibility criteria. 1. Hold a formal offer of employment from a Canadian employer for a role that lasts for at least 12 months. 2. Achieve at least level 4 on the Canadian language benchmark on an approved English or French language test. 3. Intend to live in Canada, not in Quebec. For the next step after fulfilling these criteria is to submit an express entry profile. There are additional admissibility criteria that must be met in addition to this. Canadian Experience Class to Permanent Residency. This is the best route for work permit to PR Canada. With this route, your experience with your work permit will play a huge role in being given Canada PR status. To apply for Canadian permanent residency, PR under the Canadian Experience Class, foreign nationals must meet the following requirements. 1. Have at least 12 months of full-time skilled work experience in Canada gained in the 3 years prior to applying. 2. Meet or exceed the required level of language skills according to the National Occupational Classification (NOC) skill level of your work experience. You are not required to have a minimum level of educational qualifications in order to apply for the Canadian Experience Class. However, you can improve your score in the express entry pool if you meet one of the following requirements. Or if you attended school in Canada, you may receive points for a certificate, diploma, or degree received from a Canadian institution, secondary or post-secondary. Create your express entry profile. 3. Prepare your supporting documents and certificates. 4. Find an eligible job. 5. Improve your score by one or more of the following methods. Or obtain a valid job offer using approved job boards. B. Put yourself forward for selection under the Provincial Nominee Program. C. Improve your language proficiency score. D. Contribute to your educational qualifications. E. Gain further work experience relevant to the program guidelines. F. Monitor your profile and update it with relevant information as appropriate. Applying to become a permanent resident on the provincial nominee programs. Becoming a permanent resident of Canada via the provincial nominee program is another popular route for those seeking to immigrate and obtain Canada PR. With this route, your work experience can show a province that you will be valuable to its labour market. The territories consist of Alberta, British Columbia, Manitoba, New Brunswick, Newfoundland and Labrador, Northwest Territories, Nova Scotia, Ontario, Prince Edward Island, Saskatchewan, Yukon, notably. Quebec is excluded from the list as it does not have a provincial nominee program. There is no centralized system to apply for this program and you must submit an application via the official website. Is accepted, the next stage is confirming your PR. This means that you must submit your passport and pay your right of PR fee. Following payment, you can expect to receive the following. 1. Confirmation of permanent residence, COPR. 2. Permanent residence visa. 3. Letter with information outlining your immigration status and conditions of stay. Applying to become a permanent resident on the Quebec Experience class. If you have work experience in Quebec, or you have studied there, you may qualify for the Quebec Experience class, also known as the Programme de l'Expérience Québécois, PEQ. There are 2 stages in applying for permanent residence via this route. 1. Applicants must submit an application for an Immigration Quebec Selection Certificate. 2. Applicants must then submit an application to receive their Canadian immigration visa from the federal government, based only on security, criminal, and medical background checks. Individuals must be aged over 18 years old and intend to settle permanently in Quebec. The foreign student stream requires that applicants meet the below criteria. 1. The student graduated or intends to graduate from a school in Quebec while studying a course lasting at least 2 years. 2. The course ended no later than 36 months from the date of the visa application. 3. The student has adequate funds to support themselves and any spouse or dependent children for at least 3 months after being granted permanent residency. For they have at least advanced intermediate level of oral French language skills. While the foreign worker rules stipulate the following. Individuals undertook at least 12 months of eligible work in a managerial, professional, or skilled role within the last 2 years prior to the application. 1. The job is on the list of occupations relevant to this program. 2. The applicant is currently working and has legal status as a temporary resident of Quebec. 3. They have at least advanced intermediate level of oral French language skills. For they are able to support themselves and their spouse or dependent children, where relevant for at least 3 months after being granted permanent residency. In the majority of cases, applicants may receive a decision on their application in less than 1 month. Alternatively, you can apply for the Quebec Skilled Worker Program, which also leads to PR. That is all for today, in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later, in the next episode. Till then, take care.